chasing shadows again, and it's gone quiet in Cordoba because
wonderful.
Scotland, they're in for their stride. This is so good.
The men in green and gold will run it back.
And here is Oxenjet getting away from the tacklers. And a cut-out ball from Williams. Derlindi and Colby skins them to the inside.
If it's a bit of magic you want,
Russell with a slap on and it creates space. And Hugh Jones is in.
A touch of genius from the man who waves his magic wand.
you don't need to look too far in these parts.
Willemse getting good distance himself, and that's extraordinary.
Magic, absolute magic. What a game he's having.
And if you want to make it a little more personal, then you've come to the right place.
The time is now for Test match rugby, and the mighty Springboks are ready to go to battle.
Boom, boom. Scotland, the brave, have real belief. There's always a surprise. And here we are again.
Brace yourselves, because this is a fortress.
A big day feeling the South African energy at Loftus Versfeld.
Welcome to Loftus. It's the Springboks against Scotland on your World of Champions.
Well, there they are, standing by for the second match in the Nations Championship. It's South Africa up against Scotland. This is the opponent's arrival here at Pretoria, the capital of South Africa. No wins in South Africa for the Scots, but they certainly want to turn that around. And what a performance they put up last week against Argentina. Quality with 7 tries in the bag. Will they be able to translate that against the world champions? So much pressure on this side, not because they're winning, but to keep that consistency. Also a record day for the head coach, Rassie Erasmus, a record 55th match in charge of these young men. And what have they done over the last 8 years? What a great 8 years it has been. His second stint, impressive in particular, only 4 losses in 28 test matches. But a different kind of test today, blooding in the inexperience with the old heads, and we hope to see some quality on the field as well. The fans are certainly excited, and so are we. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us here for round 2 of the Nations Championship as we take tour matches to a whole new level. And we're hoping to see some fireworks here. And we're going to be seeing the Loftus LED lights for the very first time in action. I'm really looking forward to that. Seemingly empty, but no. Everybody's coming out. The braais are happening just a little bit close to us, but trust me, by 10 minutes to kick off, everyone will be in the stands. I'm joined by Hanyani Shimange and Victor Matfield, former Springboks here. Good afternoon. I know you won't be able to hear me quite clearly, but what are you expecting from round 2 of Nations Championship?
Intensity. Look, we watched the games early on. Obviously, a lot of tries scored. France are looking good. New Zealand look like they're building under Dave Rooney. Completely different style. Not a lot of kicking, a lot of running. And against the Springboks, I think intensity with a combination of physicality, going away from our fundamentals. So exciting time. And I just think the Scottish team, if you look at it from a record point of view, Vic, they're actually better than England. Scotland were better than England in the 6 Nations. They almost won it right at the end if they didn't lose to France at home. So this is going to be a tough battle here. Some interesting selections, some good selections, but a Scotland team that won't go down easily.
Yeah, we saw it with Glasgow Warriors as well in the United Rugby Championship. Their victory over the Vodacom Bulls right here at Loftus. They are stacked with them. 9 Glasgow Warriors in that starting lineup. They know how to win here.
Yeah, that will definitely make a difference. I mean, South Africa, the Bulls love it. This is Fortress Loftus. You don't lose here. But I mean, Glasgow showed they came over here in a big final, UFC final, and they upset the Bulls in that final. But yeah, this Scottish side will have confidence. They will believe they can come over here and get the victory. But they're not playing the Bulls tonight. They're playing a Springbok side.
Oh.
Yes, a lot of changes, but a team under Rassie Erasmus, doesn't matter who they play, they're up there, they're ready for the game, and they're never overconfident, never, because I mean, how many changes this week? If you don't perform, you won't play next week. So the way Rassie has done it with this team, I mean, there's still so much quality in this team.
And a structure that really works, Shim, because anybody can come into the structure and take over and win. You know, they've just built such a great machine over the last few years.
Yeah, it's a combination of things. You also got to look at the coaching, how it's evolved over the years, you know, how we ask questions on attack. The first line out against England was over the top, a burner to the back there, then I think we scored in the corner. So a team that's a full court team, that drives intensity with basic fundamentals. So if things go haywire, the pack can take over the game in terms of mauling, set piece, good kicking, fly half. So it's a team that can do most things, but I like the competition within the squad. I think, Victor, you mentioned it. The pressure doesn't come from external pressure. It's the internal pressure within the squad that, listener, if you're not up to standard, you do not perform, there's another guy coming in to take your position. And they've done the research. They've got depth charts for days. They've got talent for days, so they know exactly what they want. You need to be fit. You need to have intensity. You need to work rate. You need to be able to tackle. So all the parts are coming together beautifully, but an exciting challenge for me. This, you mentioned Loftus, a dry pitch here. Scotland will be excited by the field. All these good conditions here. And Victor's lying. He didn't win. He didn't lose at Loftus. Never. But it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, and a very, very good challenge as well to the younger stars in the competition. Let's take a look at some of the other results from round 2. It's been quite the busy day around the world. A little bit earlier, we had New Zealand 47-17 against Italy, and then Australia. That second half against France, just not good enough. 42-26 for Le Bleu, and then Japan also going down by 16 points against Ireland. We do have the match on the go at the moment, Fiji taking on England, and then later on it will be Argentina looking to bounce back to winning ways. They will be up against Wales here in your World of Champions. But the big one, South Africa, Scotland.
Yeah, the big game is, of course, South Africa, Scotland. We saw this morning, I think there's 4 teams in the world that's just a step in front of everyone. France, the All Blacks, Ireland and South Africa. I think those 4 teams are probably the 4 teams that look very dangerous for next year as well. So this is going to be a big challenge. For Scotland, we know they struggle to be consistent, but on the day they can beat anyone. We saw it in the Six Nations, going out after losing against Italy. Next week they beat England. They almost beat France. They should have beaten New Zealand last year at home. So Scotland's so dangerous. They've got quality players. They've got that Glasgow team also that's very confident. They've got a lot of victories in all competitions. So this is a team that do believe in themselves.
Yeah, what did you think of New Zealand's performance this morning? Quite under the pump against Italy's side. They were up for it.
Yeah, New Zealand, you find with them, you know, always tight in the first half, second half they take you to deep waters. And then they run through it. You look at that game, you never thought it was going to be a 40-point win at some stage, but they managed to get it over the line. So it's a New Zealand team that's evolving. They're changing the style of play that they're trying to get, and they're looking really good though. So for me, it's a New Zealand team that will get better and better as they play more together. There's a couple of holes there. I thought they got scrummed against Italy once or twice. The line out slightly shaky, so we'll have to see what happens. But again, interesting times. What does worry me is the form of Australia, Victor. With the World Cup coming to Australia, putting up performances like that, you just wish the Aussie fans do not lose interest in rugby union.
Yeah, and Shims, if you looked at that game, that first half, they were up for that game. Yeah. I mean, the work rate that they put in to save some tries in that first half, on the try line, working back, getting turnovers to keep the French out. But in that second half, when that French back started getting dominance in the contact point, dominating there on that vantage line, it was just too easy for France.
Yeah, way too easy for France and for Japan as well as Ireland as well. We'll look at some of those results a little bit later as we wrap things up. Right now, though, I want to introduce you to the rest of our teams. Gooks is also cooking things up with former Springboks, Jean de Villiers, as well as Stephen Kitsoff. Good afternoon, gentlemen. What are you looking forward to here at Loftus Versfeld?
Mats, we're here in the middle of Loftus Versfeld. You're seeing the LED lights in fashion, and it's great to be joined by 2 World Cup winners in Jean de Villiers and Stephen Kitsoff. We're back together, we're reunited, and Jean, Kitty was so good last week. Man of the match, he's got the different color pants on, just shows the performance last week.
Yeah, look, we did have some fun last week. We'll have some fun this week as well. But 2 things already that I've noticed. One, Victor Matfield definitely looks like the great Carly today. You know, setting up there with Shimmy and Mots, he's so much taller and he looks so big on screen. And secondly, and I'm sure all of you at home saw that as well, we're all wearing blue. That does not mean we are supporting Scotland today. We're still backing our boys, but we do know that this Scottish team will put up one hell of a fight today.
No, I can't wait to see the Scottish team in action. Kitty, I don't know if it's a good omen or not. It feels like whenever we're together, Springboks make late changes. Now we've got Ethan Hooker coming in for Kenan Moody. Do you think that will impact the sides today?
No, I think everyone will be so well prepared. I think this Springbok team knows exactly what they're doing under the leadership of Rassie, who actually goes on to be the most capped coach of all time for the Springboks, which is amazing. So I think they're well drilled, they understand. I think Ethan Hooker coming in is just a guy slotting into a position that he knows so well, and he just falls into the system because the Springbok system is actually what guides them to play like that.
Yeah, I think it's a actually very exciting change as well. Obviously terrible that Caden Moody's not playing. Out with a little injury, but Ethan Hooker's been out for a long time. He did so well last year. He was one of the star players coming through and did so well on the wing, but then also in the midfield. So he comes in with a straight swap, starts on the left wing in place of Caden Moody. He'll be up against Carl Steyn. The kicking game again today will have a big impact on this game. That contest between Ethan Hooker and Carl Steyn, I think, will be right up there. On the other side, Edwin van der Merwe against Jamie Dobie. I think there's certainly South Africa's got the benefit there, certainly the height a benefit and advantage there, but that will have a big part to play again. We were so good last week in that area. We need to be good in that area again today to be able to get this result. Anyone that thinks this will be a walkover for the Boks will be surprised here today. And I know that our Boks team would have prepared well. It's exciting, the guys that are getting opportunities, and now it's the opportunity to actually show what you can do.
We can't wait to see the guys in action. And talking about opportunities and being in action, it took us a long time to get Kitty out of the B field, but now we're going to go to Spur and see how much fun is being had there. Really is over there at Spur.
Burning Arrow Spur is where we find ourselves out in Queenswood, Pretoria on match day as the Springboks get ready to take on Scotland in the Rugby Championship. Now, if you remember, Saru and Spur ran a competition where one lucky kid could run out with the players as a lucky mascot. And today, I am sitting with one such individual. His name is Yusuf. Yusuf, congratulations, you beat 15,000 people to run out with the players. How do you feel?
I feel very excited to be chosen.
Yeah, it must be an amazing feeling. So, you're going to be running out with the players. Who is your favorite player in the Springbok squad?
Sia Kolisi and Peter Steff.
Interesting. Peter Steff is one of your favorites as well. You're going to be running out with him. He's the captain. But overall, what's the score going to be today?
I think the Springboks going to win 35-14.
35-14, a very strong prediction from young Yusuf. Congratulations, all the best. And from a mascot who's going to be running out with the players to plenty others who are going to wish that they were doing the same. Ricky is going to be hanging out with the fans. Ricky, what's being said out there?
I love that all the meals are being enjoyed, but it's time to burn some calories right here. Preparation in test week of utmost importance. So I thought two local gents, Chadley, you were player at Tuks, Dabian, you were coach. Chadley, there's a lot of Bulls players in this Boks team today. Why is the reasoning behind that?
I just think Rassie obviously knew that these Bulls guys, they play a lot against these Scotland guys in the URC year after year, and I also think it's a bit rotational from Rassie to give guys a chance to play as well, but I mostly think it's because of the Bulls guys. It's their home ground, it's Loftus, and they play against the Scotland guys week after week in the URC. Yeah.
I love that. Dabian, just from your side, the wonderful atmosphere at Loftus, but I also want to put you to a test. Preparation is key. Can you show us a couple of passes, etc., while you warm up for this big test?
They say those you can't do teach, but now I will do for you. Don't worry.
So Dabian Dragoner is going to show us at the back how to pass, Dabian, show us along. Mats, I know you spent a lot of time with the Boks this week, but of course the Scots, they also need to prepare. So let's hear from you guys what they got up to while Dabian behind me is busy passing.
Well, thank you so much, Rex. We'll be seeing a lot more of him during our build-up as he speaks to the fans, their excitement ahead of this big one as well. And I just love that, the calorie burning that happens at Loftus, because everybody seems to like to start on the B field first.
There's no calorie burning. There's calorie gaining. I tell you that, you just walk around the back there. But look, I tell you what, they put a proper show on here. We got here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's packed in the B field. There's bands playing. We got to meet some of the guys took pictures with them. There's people out there, nice family environment. They use every single facility. It's a crowd that's probably going to come in late because they're having so much fun at the back there. You can watch the Craven Week games also. So there's no calorie burning here today. Nothing whatsoever.
It's more gains than losses here this afternoon. Let's talk a little bit about our visitors, Scotland, and under Townsend in particular. What is it that you have enjoyed about them over the years?
Just before I go there, just to John de Villiers about the Great Carly. I'm standing here for 20 minutes. I'm even walking like Great Carly at the moment. So
old age,
it's not feeling good at the moment, but yeah, I mean, they've been doing so well this last 2-3 years. If you look at this team, I mean, there's quality from the front row. In the past, I felt they couldn't stand up to the big packs, and they will be tested tonight again. But when it gets open and the game gets loose, this backs is so dangerous. I mean, Finn Russell, one of the best 10s in the world, Tuipulotu, taking that ball to the line with that option play on the line, especially with our outside-in defense. He will test us in that 13 channel. I mean, we do have Jesse Creel there, one of the most experienced guys. That's probably why they picked him again today in that 13 jersey. But they are very dangerous when the game opens up, when it gets loose, and when both teams try to play too much. So, although I do believe Rassie would like us to play a little bit, I think the team that he's picked, with Andre there, with Ambrose, will probably be a bit more conservative. Keep it tight, put the pressure on them, let them play out of deep of their own half.
Yeah, and we're going to get into the analysis a lot more later, but you had spoken about the Six Nations performance, just how well they were doing there, but again, you know, so close to the trophy, only to let it slip.
Yeah, it's a what-if team for me, Scotland. What if they'd done X, Y, Z? It's a ruck and run sort of team. They love speed, they love pace. They can't scrum you, then maul you, and then get another penalty, then get over there. So their game is based on speed. I remember the last World Cup, they want to be the fastest team in the world. So if you give Finn Russell time, he'll try 10 different things, Victor. Maybe he might pull off 6 or 7, but if he pulls off 8 or 9, then you're in trouble. Yeah. And that's why Finn Russell will be a target. For me, the big question is their ability to handle the aerial game. That's where the Springboks, that's where England got exposed, the aerial game. You get the ball back, broken field, and we've also got good broken field players. But if it becomes suffocate and strangle, the Springboks win this hands down. If it's a fast, high-paced game and Finn Russell is on form, then it could be a long day. It's going to be a tough day. Then it's a different picture. But also belief is a big thing with the Scottish team.
How big then was that victory over Argentina?
No, it's huge. I think we all know, I mean, Argentina has beaten New Zealand in New Zealand. They've beaten South Africa over there a year ago. After we were, 24, 25 points up, they came back into that game. So Argentina is one of the top teams at the moment. And for Scotland to go over there and get that victory is unbelievable. So they are a quality side. And I think a lot of the fans here tonight think we're walking on the path, 20 points, 25 points. If we allow them a good start, we can be in trouble. The big thing is to keep Finn Russell under pressure. He must feel that even after he makes the pass, he needs to get on the ground. If he starts running on the front foot, because he's really good at taking the ball to the line as well and playing that option. So for us, it's firstly, put their set piece under pressure. Then put Finn Russell under pressure. And if we do that, then you see Finn Russell starts making mistakes. Then we can play with those turnovers. But if Finn Russell's on the front foot, we're in trouble.
How do they counter that aerial game by South Africa? How do they get that right tonight?
Look, it's an individual thing. I think that they've got 1 or 2 guys. Carl Stein's not bad in the air. Carl Rowe's not bad in the air. But it's what you do afterwards, you know. But for me, it's a Springboks kicking is so good at this time. Then you know, even if we knock the ball on Victor, you go to a scrum. That's why it's important, I think, for the Springbok pack. I think you look at a guy like Wilco, who probably didn't have his best form in URC. He needs to get back to form quickly with one fenter. So whether, you know, we can slow it down, play the kicking game, then it gets to set piece game, and that's where we want dominance. But for me, Dodge, Ferguson, and Dempsey, those loose forwards have to fire. If they get good go forward, which means they get good quick ruck ball, they can slow a position ball down, then maybe they will be in the mix. But
and maybe on the aerial game as well. It's about winning those scraps. And we know we look at those battle stats and our guys have a real high work rate. But these 2 loose forwards that Shimmy has spoken about, they 2 guys that really work hard as well.
Yeah, I want to head over to our gentlemen in the middle of the field, Gooks as well as Jean and Stephen Kitsoff. I want to find out from you, gentlemen, what should the Scottish mindset be? You know, the mindset for the team going into this one against the Springboks.
Mats, I think everyone that is here, the fans here, are waiting for a feast. I mean, Chef Finn Russell is here, so we hope he doesn't feed the Scottish too much. But kids, lots of mention about the style of play that the Scottish backs have. But I think the key thing for them is the pack. They've got to find some sort of parity. They just sort of allow themselves to play the game.
Yeah, 100%. They're going to have to get on the front foot somehow. And I think with Volkolo coming back, it's just bringing a little bit of extra energy into the Springbok pack. So for them to withstand the onslaught at the breakdown, to withstand the onslaught of those one-off carriers from the Springboks with those little phases in between, if they can manage that and survive that hot start that the Springboks are looking for, they could possibly stay in the game for a longer period of time. But I think the Springboks, probably with Finn as well on 10, they're going to look to shut him down as quickly as possible, as Victor as well said. They're going to be the rush defense, put him under pressure, put those passes under pressure, and take that little bit skill set away from him.
Yeah, you know, I think more than any time before, it's going to be down to the pack, the Springbok pack. If we can get dominance there, if we can really slow it down a little bit, have the ball in that scrum a little bit longer, have the opportunity to actually have a contest at scrum time, if we can get parity at breakdown time, dominate the line-outs, you know, then I see it being a difficult day for Scotland. The flip side, though, if Scotland gets parity from a pack point of view, then they're going to be extremely dangerous. Then they're going to get in those outside channels. At times, we've been vulnerable in those channels. Ethan Hooker coming back now as well, so maybe a little bit rusty, you know, and then they might be able to exploit us. So the start, as we said, will be critically important. We started so well last week, but there's certainly no doubt that it's a quality Scotland team that if you are not at your best, you will be in trouble today. And with a guy like Finn Russell, Ben White at 9 for Scotland as well. Do not underestimate his quality, the way that he controls the game, his kicking game, his attacking game as well. And then Tui Pelota and Hutchinson in the midfield. So dangerous players in that midfield, in that backline that can cut you to pieces if you don't stop them defensively.
And both these teams have engines. Like, both teams actually run away with it towards the last 20 minutes. And actually rightfully said, if the Scotland pack can stay in the fight, especially at Loftus, for that 50-55 minutes when the subs start coming on, then they also become quite dangerous because they loosen it up even further. They get their star players, their star runners onto the ball, and then they can exploit you either out wide, behind you, or through the middle. So I think that's, as you said, that's really be the crux of this entire game, is how do you get away from them and take away that last 20 minutes so they don't find that ascendancy at the death of the game.
Mats, I mean, from down here, it's all about pack ascendancy for Scotland, and hopefully Finn Russell doesn't put on too much of a show.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. We'll be back in just a moment to get more analysis from them as well. But the Scotland record, everybody talks about it, just how they have not won in South Africa. But Australia came and did the business at Ellis Park. We can't trust the numbers anymore, Shim.
Well, it's the first time in about 60 years they did it. So the law of averages, look, it comes down to belief for the Scottish team. I just think the Springboks have got to force them to tackle. There's a couple of question marks. Ambrose Papier back, Pollard hasn't been at his best. So there's a couple of guys that need to deliver today, and that's where the pressure is going to come from, a Springbok point of view. But I think if we run at them, we play the same game we did against England, I'm not sure they can handle the physicality, Vic. And the big thing for me is, where is the Scotland physicality going to come from? Where's the power going to come from?
No, Simi, I agree with you. I think if you look at these two teams, that back or forwards of the Boks, it's just so dominant at the moment. Even with all the changes, without Oxenshare, without Malcolm Marx, we still got the power. Sia, Eben, all those guys. But I mean, there's still so much power. The set piece, I mean, Walker Lower, tight head back next to Johan Grobler, that he really knows well. I just think if we get that dominance, we can dominate them tonight.
We're in the mix. We're definitely in the mix. So we're looking forward to what should be a great build-up in this one. South Africa up against Scotland, and we're going to head back to Ricky with the fans. I mean, we are at Loftus, a place that the South Africans love to play in. I wonder if you have found anyone who can remember their fondest memory of being in the stadium.
I absolutely love it. It's a family affair right out here at Loftus. Now, we're running lovely competitions all around the stadium, but I want to know from you guys standing here, the greatest rivalry is coming up. If there were 3 Springboks that you could host in your house, watch a rugby match with, who would it be?
Faf de Klerk, Hanrey Pollard, and Cheslin Colby.
Okay, I love it. And you?
Eben Etzebeth, Hanrey Pollard, and Damien de Allende.
En julle twee vinnig, Juan?
Above the glass. Cheslin Kobe.
Cheslin Kobe?
Boks Botha.
Oh, you have it. You can hear you guys can go try and find them to see if they're somewhere. Of course, with Hyundai, we are running a wonderful competition. Now, it's very simple. You could host 3 Boks with John Smith in your home. Now, I'm going to check out if this Hyundai can fit in the bomb squad as well. But let me see how spacious it is in here. Oh, lovely rugby balls all around. Oh, shit. Oh, it's all happening out here. It's spacious enough, right? And it's very simple. All you got to do is book a service on the Hyundai website, and you could be standing a chance to win. Experience host a Bok in your front lounge. As simple as that.
It's you getting into the car, you are enjoying your Hyundai. You're enjoying your Hyundai. Make sure that you do enter that competition as well. But I'd asked a little bit earlier, and let me know as well, #SS Rugby, your favorite Springbok moment at Loftus Versfeld. Do let us know, of course. We do have another competition running as well. It's the Big Eat. If you've been watching Springboks over the few years, you know that there's going to be a quality tackle happening in every single game that they're in. You can vote for your favorite tackle at SuperSport.com and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand in Smart Shopper points. Remember, you need a Smart Shopper card to take part as well. So make sure you head over to SuperSport.com. We're at Loftus Versfeld, we're at the Fortress, we're at the capital of South Africa. The world champions are taking on a brimming with confidence Scotland, and we're looking forward to this one. When we return, more analysis. We'll look at how the teams are lining up as well.
South Africa, be sharp, not for persons under the age of 18.
The biggest sporting stories unfold on SuperSport this July. After a month of unforgettable football, one nation etches its name into history.
Champions of the world!
Only on your World of Champions.
From 11 June to 19 July, everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026, live on SuperSport. Broadcast proudly brought to you by Adidas and ABSA.
3,500 kilometers of sweat and sacrifice. 21 stages, but one truth. It is time that will break you or make you. The mountains may test your legs, but the stopwatch will test your soul. It all comes down to time and the prestige of Le Maillot Jaune for the one who can master it. Watch Le Tour de France on SuperSport. It's about time. Proudly brought to you by Cecil Nurse and Toyota.
He's got it. Step, side step, still going. Nobody can stop him. Over the line, sensational try. Postnet delivers, no matter what.
Every day is a hustle. And working while doing my degree, now that's hustling. Thanks to Stadio.
I got my master's degree and shares in Stadio.
Thanks to Stadio, I can balance daycare and my diploma.
Getting my degree with all the campus life? That's Stadio.
Stadio gives access, options,
World-class degrees.
On campus.
at home,
Employability.
opportunity.
Stadio, empowering the nation through higher education.
With 449 days to go until the Boks opening match of the Rugby World Cup 2027, every test carries just a little more significance. Making 10 changes from the side that won last weekend might seem a bit dramatic, but as always, there's a method to this madness. It's a chance to plan for the future, building depth as we move one step closer to knowing who'll be on duty to defend the Webb Ellis Trophy.
We are really in a spot for choice, and we're in a good spot.
There are big chances given to a few players looking to stake their claim and put pressure on the current jersey holders.
It's incredibly tough. There's a lot of competition in the squad, but I love it. It brings out the best in me.
A few big outings at Loftus will give the selectors food for thought. This selection also says a lot about the particular challenge that awaits under the new lights at Loftus.
Scotland have come to Cordoba and done a job on Argentina.
Scotland are on a high after kicking off their nation's championship with a win in Argentina. The Scots will bring their trademark speed and movement, with Sione Tuipulotu able to match his power game with the ability to put his outside backs away. Finn Russell's maverick talents at fly half are well known, but there's the added firepower of Carl Steyn out wide. And the constant threat of Ben White sniping from the base of the ruck. This Springboks side looks built to cope with these challenges and will give them plenty to think about themselves, at the set piece and in the air. And probably more importantly, built to give Rassie Erasmus a better idea of who'll be on the bus with rugby's biggest prize just over a year away.
It's round 2 of the Nations Championship, and we are in the heart of South Africa, the capital city, Pretoria, where we are seeing all of the action between South Africa and Scotland this afternoon. The fans making their way in. They've been busy outside, the singing, the chanting, and also watching the Springbok women's team a little bit earlier on against the United States of America. Great to see everybody come out in their numbers on what's been a beautiful, warm winter's day here. No wonder Victor Matfield don't want to move to any other city in the world. The winters here are cool, calm and collected, but we're expecting the temperature to drop a little bit later. I doubt it will have any bearing on the rugby that we'll see on the field. Let's get into Scotland proper, gentlemen, and just talk about some of their big impact players. The loose trio in particular really put up their hands against Argentina. I mean, we're looking at numbers for Rory Darge, 24 tackles, 2 turnovers. That's 6 turnovers in the tackle. I mean, that's quality, and a team that will really slow you down and bring the physicality.
Yeah, someone needs to go into the dark areas in a rugby field. You know, you compare him, you look at the battle between him and De Villiers on the ground, trying to slow down every ruck, making the tackles, getting the steals, high work rate. And for me, he's an important player. He's one of the key players here. The loose forwards are key because you need someone that's going to get you good carry, someone that's going to look after your ball, especially because of the way they want to play, Vic. You need someone over that ball to make sure that the Springboks are nullified. And the battle on the ground between him and De Villiers is going to be one of the big ones.
Yeah, you also highlighted their captain, Sione Tuipulotu. You've seen him in the centres as well. Love how he plays and just how he's able to transition and get his team that go forward.
There's always so much talk about Finn Russell, but I mean, having Sione Tuipulotu next to him makes it so much easier. I mean, whenever you're in trouble, you can give to him, he can carry, but the big thing about him is those option plays that he does. Whenever they get on the front foot, Finn Russell gives him the ball pretty early. He takes the ball to the line and he plays those options. You never know what to happen. And with our outside in the fence, a guy like Jesse Krill will have to come. Does he sit on that short line or does he swim fast? And with Sione playing it so late, it's so difficult to make that decision. So he's going to be very important. But again, they need to get up front. If they don't get front football, and I mean, Shimmy talked to me, I just want to say as well, Rory Dodge was outstanding in the Six Nations. He was probably the best loose forward in that competition. And I mean, he's up against Paul de Villiers that were outstanding last week. So if he can get over the ball, even on their ball, to get quick ball, then the back line will get into play.
Yeah, and for me, you look at Finn Russell, obviously Tuipulotu needs to be in the mix. Tom Jordan and Stafford McDonald's, two similar backs also, where Tom Jordan, could have been in the mix also, but he'll also get to gain line. So for me, it's the timing of the substitutions also, when he does it, because with the Springboks, it might be a tight game. Then you've got Jan Hendrik Wessels and Kunu, and Zach Portland coming on. Then it's a different outlook. All of a sudden, the momentum changes. But for me, it's going to be important here. Scotland at Murrayfield tough. Do they have the belief? That's going to be their oxygen today, is the beliefs. If they can get off to a forward start, they believe in the structures and the processes, then it can be a tough day, because the more they're growing confidence, the tighter it gets, the better they'll get there. But it's a team that can excite. We saw the tries they scored during the Six Nations, the work rate off the ball, the ability to use the extra runner, the high skill, the ability to get to width. That's why Duan van der Merwe, Steyn, all these guys play so well with Scotland, because they can get the ball to width if they get quick ball and gain line.
All it is about quick ball. That's what they'll be looking for here in the match against South Africa. Before we get into more analysis, let's hear from the Scottish head coach, Gregor Townsend.
Gregor, just a reflection from the Argentinian performance. Outstanding.
Yeah, it was a good start to the tour. We're really encouraged by how the players managed moments in the game. Argentina started strong either half, but we came together and we put on the park what we've been training. But we know there's more in us today, and there'll have to be more in us.
Let's talk about this challenge today. Springboks at home. Yes, they won their game against England. Now you get them second up at Loftus.
Yeah, they were excellent last week. They started really strong. I feel that they brought their game out as well. They play a power game. They will compete for everything, and they're at home, so you know they're going to go for 80 minutes. One of the biggest challenges we'll ever face.
What is those mitigating factors that you're looking to make sure that you give yourself a best chance?
Well, we've got to take the game to the opposition. When they have the ball, we've got to be strong in defence, but most important, I think, when we have possession, we've got to be smart, we've got to be aggressive and play our game.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Cheers, Gregor.
Well, this is how they'll be lining up this afternoon. Piers Koeman, Ewan Ashman and Xander Ferguson. He's promoted from the bench to come in. So is Gregor Brown, scoring in a first try for Scotland last week. Promoted from the bench together with Scott Cummings. And that back three, we've been harping about them. How dangerous are they going to be this afternoon? Ben White and Finn Russell, they're in the halfback pairing. In the midfield, Rory Hutchinson, the captain, Sione Tuipulotu, always on song with his side. And the back three, all Glasgow Warriors, Jamie Dobie, Kyle Steyn and Kyle Rowe. We had 7 defenders beaten last week. So a side that's really looking to get a good pace going. And of course, it was also that bench that may make the difference for them. Do you think not picking a specialist 9 on the bench, what do you make of that decision?
It's high risk. Yeah, look, I don't know what to think of that, because usually you pick a 9 on the bench that can cover wing and 9, so just in case you get injuries. So they probably got one of the backs that would have trained outside there, but it is a high-risk thing. Ben White is such an important player for them, especially the way they want to play, because they create a lot of racks, they don't offload a lot. You need someone, Victor, dishing the ball, picking up the pace, and finding Finn Russell.
Yeah, it's very difficult to not have a backup 9, because, I mean, with the speed of game that they're playing, I mean, 9 needs to be there every ruck. He needs to run. So normally you want someone to come up fresh in the last 20 minutes to try and even make the game faster. So that's pretty interesting, but a quality team. And, I mean, we haven't mentioned Kyle Steyn too much. He was outstanding, trying scoring machine for Glasgow in the URC. I mean, you think about Duan van der Merwe not even making the team. Can you believe it? Yeah. I mean, who would have thought that a year or two ago? So a back three that's really dangerous as well.
Dangerous indeed, and South Africa will have to find a way to counter it. Let's head over to the middle of the field. It's Skooks, Jean, as well as Stephen Kitsoff. Gentlemen, I know, Jean, you had been speaking about the 9s and 10s as far as Scotland is concerned. Ben White, what did you make of his performance against Argentina?
Yeah, in the middle of the field, I mean, Jordan most mentions, I mean, 9-10 is going to be crucial today. I mean, especially the Boks. We have Henry Pollard at Emirates Peter, but for Scotland, how crucial is White and Finn Russell going to be?
Yeah, look,
It's already been mentioned, Ben White at 9, Finn Russell at 10. 2 critical players for the Scottish team. Tom Jordan coming on in the second half, he will certainly have an impact as well, whether that's 10 in the midfield or at fullback. Victor mentioned that no official 9 on the bench for Scotland, even though Jamie Dobie covers 9, he's a 9/winger as well. The difference is if you're playing for 60 minutes and then having to move to scrum half, you know, you don't have that enthusiasm, that energy, all of that to be able to pump into the game, you know, if you're on the field all the time versus a guy coming off the bench. But this guy, Ben White, has been incredible. I think he'll probably go 70 minutes at least. Defensively really good. His decision making is really good and always a threat around the rucks as well. He was actually at Leicester Tigers, you know, when I played my 2 games there as well. And to have seen him grow throughout his career, you know, he is a world-class scrum half. He will be under pressure also from a kicking point of view. It does travel a little bit differently here. We saw England struggle last week, but the quality of the man, I think, will show today, and a prolific try scorer as well. And they've got a few of those in the Scottish backline.
To go to the Springboks now, Kitsi, I think up front quite a few changes. You know, seeing Bonfanto, Krobler and Volkolo coming in. What do you think those changes will impact the Springboks, especially up front? And we have a lock for Jeroen here and Kubus Visa coming in. What impact will they have?
No, I think they'll probably have to learn a lot from last week's scrum performance. I think, especially in the first half of the scrum, it was slow. There was no real completed scrums. But I think with Bonfanto, Grobbies and Lowe, there's going to be a real urgency at scrum time. I think 2 of these guys have been playing at this field, understanding it, and just want to bring that urgency and energy. Talking about last week's scrum, the Springboks was finding a lot of scrums going down, a lot of incomplete scrums, and only found a little bit of rhythm when they saw Zachary Portland come on the field the second half. I think they definitely want to fix that. I think they want to get that urgency from the get-go, go forward, put the Scotland scrum under pressure, and then see success from there, not just territory, but also points-wise.
Some inside information potentially from a Bonfanto playing his rugby in Scotland?
No, 100%. He'll probably understand what Scotland's mindset will be if they actually want to front up to the challenge or just avoid the scrum battle at all. I know with Ferguson at tight head, he's a world-class tight head. He can poach, he can scrum, but he's a solid player for them. And I think if we can target him early, get him off the field early, we'll have much more success when it comes to scrum time.
We've got to get predictions. John, what you got? We've got to get predictions. What do you got?
Predictions, I'll go with the 4 South African win. I think it's going to be far tighter than what most think. I'll go 10 points, Boks.
Kitsi?
Yeah, as well. I think it's going to be a much tighter game. I think it's going to only be probably decided towards the end, but 8 points for the Boks.
I'm going to go with Sean, with Boks by 15, and Mats, we are looking forward to what is going to be an outstanding game.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Very, very conservative as far as those predictions are concerned, but we'll also hear from our panel here just what their call will be. First up, just some of those impact players that Shim and Vic have their eye on today. And for you, Victor, the halftime, or the halfback pairing rather, Emrose Papier and Handré Pollard. And the difference you feel in the playing style compared to Manie Libbok as well as Grant Williams?
Yeah, firstly, it's so nice to see Emrose Papier getting his opportunity. He was so good in the URC. I think there were 6 or 7 man of the matches. He waited a long time to get back into the squad, and it will help him to play with a guy like Handré. He's played next to him. I think tonight's a very big game for Handré. We all know what he can do under pressure. Behind, it's a tight game, semi-final of a World Cup final. He'll come through and he'll be able to handle that pressure, and then he's at his best. The one thing that Rassie and Tony Brown's probably been looking from him is being a little bit more attacking. I think tonight we will play in the right areas, but when we get closer to that 22, in that final there were stages, Shimmy, we did that game where he just didn't ask for the ball. I think they want him to ask the ball. He's got Damian Willemse next to him, guy with feet. Get the ball in your hands, attack the line, put the guys away. Don't stand back. Don't let the forwards overplay. A lot of the time he gets the forwards go 3-4 times. After once to get the ball in your hands, you can take on the line as well. He's big, he's physical. So I think that's something, it's a big test for Handré tonight.
Definitely a big test at halfback pairing. We're looking forward to seeing it, and it's great to see, of course, Emrose Papier back in the green and gold after 8 years. It just shows that sometimes you got to hang in there, hang in there. The dream will eventually come through. We're going to have a word with Coach Rassie Erasmus in just a moment. He's also having a record day today because he will be leading his charges for a record 55th time, a South African national head coach record. And hopefully, just maybe he might just get to 100. Here are his thoughts ahead of this clash.
Rassie Erasmus, let's talk about selection. 10 changes from the team that took on England.
Yeah, well, we obviously want to give a lot of guys, not obviously, but we want to give a lot of guys opportunity this year. And, you know, if we keep on winning, then it's easy to change and make team selections. By no deal, we think that this is going to be an easier match than England. We just feel these guys need opportunity. And then last team selection, obviously Kanan withdrew and Ethan is taking his place.
Also, look at the bench, quite an exciting bench with an extremely mobile front row that can also do the fundamentals well.
Yeah, definitely. They're the same. If you look at them, they're a really athletic, fit team. I think it's the first time that our caps are much less than our opposition, and I think our average age is something like 26, and I think the bench is something like 17 caps or something like that. So yes, it's definitely, I think, a faster, more energetic team, but hopefully the heads stay calm as well.
Rassie, on a personal level, we just want to say congratulations on milestone today, the longest-serving Springbok coach.
Thanks, Peter. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Cheers, Rassie. All the best.
Cheers, man. Thank you. Cheers.
It's not often you see that big blush on his face. A very, very happy coach. And congratulations to you, Rassie Erasmus. We hope to see many, many more years of you at the helm. One friend to you, Johan Grobler, as well as Wilco Low. They're in the front row, and a quality front row as well. Kobus Visa behind them, together with Ruan Nokia, the Bulls men in the back three, Paul de Villiers, Pieter Stef de Toy, and Ivan Roos. A big job for him to do this afternoon.
Yeah, big day for Ivan. He's probably the same as Ambrose Papi. He's waited a long time to get this opportunity again. A lot of people said, listen, he should get opportunities. Now he gets it. Yeah, at Loftus, it's a nice combination. He knows the guys that play with him as well, and he's going to be important. His carries is going to be important, and he needs to steal over the ball as well.
A big one for the Loftus crowd as well, seeing Henry Pollard and Papier together. And in the midfield, last week's man of the match, Damian Willemse, together with Jesse Creel. The back three, quality two there. A change though, no Kane and Moody. Ethan Hooker strolls into the starting 15, together with Edward van Merwe and Apele Lefasi, who you've picked out, Hanyane, as your man to watch in that back line.
Yeah, look, he's had an injury, right? I think he got injured in New Zealand last year, got injured again playing URC. So a big opportunity for him. Conditions that will suit him, a fast game that will suit him, and he's a player that doesn't die wandering. He's got the ability to be spectacular, to create something from the back, and I can almost guarantee you Edward van Merwe, who's on the wing, will score a try. Look at his try scoring record. He scores every single game. He'll get a try, but for me, Apele Lefasi is important. There's a couple of players, Victor, and Kobus Visa needs a good game. It's those guys that aren't the incumbents. So outside of Jasper Visa, who's the other eight? We're not sure yet. Ivan Roos needs to play. Kobus Visa needs to have a good game. If you look at the lock injuries, Wilco Low needs to inform. Pollard needs to get the ball run, get that back line ignited like Sasha and Moniwood. So there's a couple of players here that need really good performances.
Really need good performances this afternoon. And there's also the bomb squad, who is on the bench, a 6-2 split as well over there. And good to see a young Quinn Horn also make it into the match day 23.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Quinn Horn's going to play 15 or 10 tonight. But for me, it's that front row coming up. Jan-Hendrik Wessel, Shimi, I showed you here. I really enjoy the way that he throws into the line. Then Paulson and Mukunu was outstanding for his Stormers. I think he can make a big difference when he comes onto the park in the second half. I mean, his ball carrying ability is out of the world. I don't think there's another prop that can carry like him. So I think the bomb squad's going to have a big impact tonight.
Definitely going to have a big impact. And so much has been said also about the inexperience in the side. Only 22 caps throughout the match day 23. How's the mindset then? How do you make sure that even though you're new in the space, you still produce a great quality performance?
You have to learn quickly. You know, experienced players were inexperienced somewhere along the line. They got experience by playing, by learning from it. But the reality is the Springbok team needs to get off to a fast start, implement the Springbok game model on Scotland and see how they reacted. I don't think this is a team that's going to stand back and wait. I think the messaging is clear. There is absolute clarity in what's required from the Springboks, and that's what we're going to see. You know, the reality is we've got Wales next week in the greatest rivalry, Vic. And that's where these guys really want to be. You want to make sure that you're putting your hand up because there's players coming back from injury. So inexperience is not going to be excused. If you look at the core of the group, Ron Okia's played here at Loftus, Krobler's played here, Wilco's played here. Evan Roos has played so many URC games. Andre Polo, 2 World Cups. Willemse, 2 World Cups. So as much as we say it's inexperienced, Jesse Kriel, how many caps does he have? There's plenty of experience. There's more than enough experience to do the job.
To get them over the line. Let's talk a little bit about how, with Ethan Hooker coming in, do you feel that that will be an interruption? What does he add, especially to the aerial game?
Yeah, Ethan Hooker is fantastic. I mean, last year he was probably the young player of the year. And I mean, it's pretty much the same with him and Kane and Moody. Both big, tall guys, very good on the high ball. I mean, when on his side, you're definitely going for that aerial battle because they win the ball back 80% of the time. So I think that's going to be very important for him. We did talk about Tui Piloto taking the ball to the line. He hasn't played a lot, so decision making on the fence tonight, that will probably test him. But I mean, he's a quality player, and if he just comes back half the play he was last year, he'll be all right tonight.
The kicking, what should the initial strategy be in the first 10, 15 minutes? How do you want South Africa to be kicking? Do we go territory or do we kick to contest?
It's usually contestable. It also depends where the ball is. I think we'll line out contesting pretty good. We'll probably go contestable from 22 meters out, try get the ball back. Once you win those scraps, then it's on. Then you pull the trigger, look to get the ball to it, look for the double kick. So there's different variations in terms of kicking. From midfield rucks, do we isolate the backfield? Look there, they've done player profiles, understand, you know, who's good in the air from the Scottish team, who to target. But it's a Scottish team you can go through, Victor. I personally believe our power game, our intensity, if we come with that, we can go through. But there is no Jasper Wiese, so Evan Roos has to deliver that. Peter Steff, we know what he generally does. Paul de Villiers, I think this game is teed up for him, Vic, in terms of Scotland. The way they play fast pace, he'll be good on the ground.
Yeah, we've seen it. I mean, with the Stormers, with Dion Fourie, when he was there against especially a team like Glasgow, slowing it down, they can't get into the game. So Paul de Villiers is going to be so important. But Evan Roos also over the ball. Johan Grobler is really good over the ball. So last week we dominated the breakdown, so we need to dominate the breakdown tonight as well. I won't like us to see playing too much out of our own half against Scotland. You don't want to give them turnovers and let them into the game getting belief. I think firstly, get them into their own half, put the pressure on them, come with a power game. The power game is going to win it. And then when it opens up, then we can see the play on the outside.
Power game, first and foremost. That's a call from Victor Matfield here on the field. Would love to hear your thoughts as well. Hashtag SS Rugby. The fans are getting involved, and so is Ricky. He has been in the mix, trying to get their thoughts ahead of this big clash against Scotland. Ricks?
Oh, Mats, yes, the vibe. We're still with a few more young fans that ready to make their way into the stadium. But I need some score predictions right here. What are you saying? What are you calling this match?
I think it's going to be 56-19 to the Bokke.
Oh, that's a big score.
I think it's going to be 47-13 to us, obviously.
I love that.
I think it's going to be 69-20 to the Springboks. I think it's going to be 52-17 to the Springboks.
I love the optimism right here. Mats, we're having a good time. We need to make our way into the stadium right now. Let's go. Bokke on top. No!
Well, there's a big numbers coming on from the young stars. All they know is that South Africa is a winning team. So hopefully their predictions will come right. We'll hear from you as well. Let's head over to Spur as well, where the fans are standing by. What are your predictions?
Well, it's almost action time. The Springboks are right behind us, and they're going to be taking on Scotland. Last week we won convincingly. What's the score going to be today?
Definitely 45-15, and we're going to win convincingly again today.
We're beating the UK. Who's going to be your standout player for today's game?
Cheslin Colby for sure, 100%. I know he's going to score. Not just one, but two, maybe three.
Are you predicting 2 or 3?
Predicting 2 or 3.
A hat-trick for Cheslin Colby against Scotland. We'll see what happens.
Hate to be the one to break it to you, but no Cheslin Colby. We'll wait to see if Edwin van der Merwe and Ethan Hooker will be dotting them down. The coin toss happened a little bit earlier between the captains Peter Steff du Toit and Sione Tui Piloto. So looking forward to what should be a great game between these two sides. The quality that will be on display. Mana, as we watch the coin toss here, your call for this game.
Africa Springboks by probably 10 to 15. Okay. I think also if we look at the England game, probably need a better defensive performance from the Springboks, and Scotland will test us. I think we'll score tries. It's whether we can block the Scottish attack.
Yeah, I'm going to be a bit more positive this week. Rossi breaking the record, 55th test match. We've got a few youngsters in the team. There's some exciting players. I'm going Boks by 20 points.
Your favorite head-to-head tonight?
Head-to-head, Paul de Villiers and Rory Dodge on the ground. Who's going to win that battle on the floor?
Big call, big call. Your head-to-head.
Evan Ross against Dempsey. I think Evan will know that, you know, outside of Jasper Vista, there is an opportunity, there is a gap, and it's a great game for him. It will suit your style of play.
Backline?
Jeebus, I would.
Who cares about the backline?
Who cares about them? Willems against Tupolatu.
Willems Tupolatu?
Do I have to pick a backline player?
Come on, Vicky.
Come on, Andre against Finn Russell.
There we
Let's
go.
show them what you can
against
do,
Finn Russell. That is Victor's call. All right, we're standing by. It's a big one, the second one for the world champion South Africa. They're up against Scotland in the Nations Championship. Kickoff coming up. Well, the bagpipes are out. It's going to be all of the lights, the flashing lights, the LED lights here at Loftus Versfeld. Oh, things are changing. And what a show. It's going to be a spectacular show for the crowd that's come out here. But this is the 31st test between South Africa. 25 wins for the world champions. No wins for Scotland here. Mzansi, will they be able to turn it around? Can't wait to hear the anthems. Can't wait to see how excited everybody is going to be for what should be a cracker of a game. Let us know your thoughts as well. Which head-to-head are you looking forward to the most? There are quality all across the park, and we're hoping that they will be able to rise to the occasion in this one as well. Enjoy it. We'll see you for kickoff.
You don't rise to the occasion. You rise to the standard you set every day. Every gram measured. Every detail matters. The best don't talk about it. They prove it. It's time to up your standards. South Africa's most tested and trusted sports nutrition and vitamins brand. Biogen, official sports nutrition and vitamins supplier to the Springboks and all national rugby teams.
North meets south. The collision begins. 12 nations, one seismic competition where hemispheres collide. The Nations Championship 2026, only on the World of Champions. Because this is how we rugby. Proudly sponsored by Pick n Pay, Coca-Cola, and FNB.
Forgot the firelighters or the ice? Just get it delivered. Shop like a champion on Pick n Pay ASAP. Proud retail sponsors of the Springboks.
This is football like never before. More games, more chances to play. More teams, more chances to win. More drama, more chances to feel the action. More rewards with Betway's Soccer Jackpot.
Crazy, I couldn't believe it.
Hello?
Hello, what's up? This is Rassi. You've won the competition.
I'm calling you up to be a Bok of Coca-Cola.
This is our new friend.
I think we should call him Shorty.
Shorty? No, but... Sterry.
Whoa!
He's in my notes.
Cheers, Iceman.
Buy, scan, enter, and you could win a call-up to be a Bok with Coca-Cola.
We believe News24 voted us the best short-term insurer in the country 4 years in a row because we treat our clients fairly when they claim. Consider this, the number of complaints per 1,000 claims that are sent to the Ombudsman.
An all-time low 0.77 complaints per 1,000 claims.
And how many of these complaints get overturned by the Ombudsman?
An incredible all-time low overtime ratio of 3%.
This is Natasha, and she's obsessed about giving our insurance clients the best service in the industry. And these are the people that make sure with every call, you always get something out.
The man in charge of this test match battle at Loftus Versfeld is Pierre Brousset, the 37-year-old Frenchman who was primarily a fly-half during his playing days before switching to refereeing, will be assisted by New Zealander James Dolman and Ireland's Andrew Brace, while another Kiwi, Richard Kelly, is the television match official.
From the beat and the rhythm of the African drum to the precision and the power of the Springboks, to the passionate South African supporters and fans across the globe, this is how we rugby. It is round 2 of the Nation Champions Cup, and it brings two proud nations together. Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria is the venue. The Springboks look to build from last week's performance, and how good was Scotland last weekend against Argentina? Can they repeat it right here on the Highveld? They've turned out the numbers as expected every time the Springboks are in South Africa, well supported not only inside but globally as well. To our viewers around the globe, very good evening, goeienaand, sanbonani, dumelang, and welcome to Loftus Versfeld. It is a vibe, and rightly so. It is a beauty to see younger viewers joining this beautiful game of rugby. A successful Springbok team has made this possible across South Africa. The important part is the way they've performed throughout. The preparations were done, they were based in Johannesburg. Now it is time for South Africa to defend. Well, under Gregor Townsend, Scotland has really been brilliant. This week went up a few levels in the world ranking, sitting 5th, which is the highest they've achieved. So brimming with confidence. The entertainment, always a thing of beauty. Loftus Versfeld, as we await for the MP to come and welcome the South Africans as well. Beautiful balmy night in Pretoria, the capital. Loftus Versfeld, the happy hunting ground for the Springboks, over 70% success rate.
Loftus Versfeld makes some noise!
Goosebump stuff. And all those are here at Loftus experiencing and feeling and touching what Springbok rugby is about, what world rugby is about. A superb new competition, the Nations Championship, bringing the best of the South, the best of the North, to square up for the final at the end of the year, Twickenham, as you wait the teams. Not alone in commentary, joined by former Springbok flank forward, former captain as well, Skalkberger. Very good evening, goeienaand. It's good to have you next to me.
Goeienaand, Owen. What a day it's been. Awesome build-up. South African kilts, I haven't seen that before. Cracking weather at Highveld. It's quite a chilly evening. Perfect rugby conditions against the Scottish side tonight that turned on the attacking flares. Sione Tuipulotu, not only captain, man of the match, Hutchinson and Carl Roll breaking the running meter, putting Argentina to the sword. First fixture between these two sides at Loftus. Springboks unbeaten against Scotland in South Africa. The previous fixture being in 2014.
Well, a long time ago, we saw Rory Sutherland, the 33-year-old. When he gets a chance to come off the bench, it'll be his 50th cap for Scotland. Made his debut back in 2016, a British and Irish line. He'll be wearing number 17 jersey today. Sione Tuipulotu, the 29-year-old, captains Scotland from inside centre, leads from the front, very direct in his approach. He's been a stalwart not only for Glasgow but for Scottish rugby in the last couple of seasons. Gregor Townsend, the man in charge for his 104th test match as head coach of Scotland. In picture, grew up right here in Pretoria as Pierre Schoeman, went to school down the road, was part of the SA rugby system, and has made Scotland his home. making his debut back in 2021. Celebrated his 50th against Argentina last weekend. Amabuto, the Warriors, will lead South Africa, the Springboks. The four-time Rugby World Cup champion, the back-to-back champions. Loftus, Pretoria, South Africa is ready. Is ready with the Warriors. Leading out the pride of the nation, the Springboks. New experience, Skalberger. Impy goes in first.
Well, it's a bit more of a successful entry to the field this weekend from the Impy. Last weekend, a little slip. I think he did a hamstring, like our fellow commentator Nyani Shimangi.
Well, we all know
smoother this week.
Rightly so. Peter Steph Toy will lead the Springboks for the 5th time in his career. Back in his regular position of flank forward. 97 test matches for South Africa. Peter Steph Toy. 3 Rugby World Cups. 3 medals of bronze in 2015, 2 golds in 2019 and 2023. One of 3 players in today's match 23 who's got a possibility of playing in 4 Rugby World Cups. Andre Pollard, the other one, came in. No, it's Jesse Creel. And another player was involved back in 2015. As always, the national anthem before test match. Part and parcel of this great tradition, of this beautiful game of ours. For Scotland, Cordelia will sing the national anthem. Flower of Scotland. For South Africa, Mrs. Matema will sing Nkosi Sikelel' Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're willing and able, please be upstanding for the singing of the Scottish national anthem, sung today by Corlia Botha. Loftus Versfeld, please remain standing for the singing of the South African national anthem, which will be sung by Matema, Mrs. G.
Jesus.
Once again, the locals of Pretoria, Loftus-Versfeld, in full voice for the South African national anthem. For Scotland, 2 notable changes were made by Gregor Townsend. Xander Ferguson returns on the tight end, and the big name we're talking about is Finn Russell, who starts at fly half. Carl Steyn on the right wing, the South African born, and also Pierre Schoeman. We're looking forward to play against their countrymen. Gregor Brown comes in the locks team up with Scott Cummings, and I think it was in the Six Nations against France the last time the 2 of them locked for Scotland. They've been an attacking brand of rugby played under Gregor Townsend, and the bench a late change that sees Max Williams coming in for Samuel, and very settled as well. Tom Jordan was good last weekend as well. Will Hurd gets a chance to be part of the match 23. For South Africa, Rassie Erasmus made multiple changes, and congratulations to Rassie Erasmus, 55 test matches in charge of the Springboks. A new look front row, Venter, Krobler and Lowe, but where it really stands out to see the youngster Peter de Villiers, Ivan Roos gets a chance, an opportunity for the Stormers' 8th man to start in the Boks jersey. Ambrose Papier, welcome back to the Springbok setup. It's 2018 last time he ran out, and the combination of the different teams, the Sharks, the Beth UC Hooker, Edward van der Merwe, Farsi, and Papier together with Pollard as the halfback pairing. The bench, 6-2 split. The bomb squad, it is key. Skalkberger, Springboks playing from right to left, got the kickoff.
It's all about the physicality today. Pierre Brousset's got a big role to officiate the scrum, which was pretty much a non-contest against England, to be honest. The man with the ball in hand, Handré Pollard, massive game for him, for his future aspirations to play in the 4th World Cup.
Pollard kicks us off round 2 of the the Nations Champions Cup in Pretoria.
I'm behind.
Ben White, lots of experience in halfback for Scotland. 38 tests for Scotland for Ben White. Experience playing the top 14 as well.